Chapter 2 The Bat Boy. Stolen? Mike asked. Yes, the reporter said. It's been his favorite bat ever since he hit his 400th home run with it. But we saw him with it just a little while ago, Kate said. The security chief thinks someone took it after Red Sox batting practice, said the reporter. Big D was doing a TV interview in the locker room. Usually the bat boy or bat girl picks up the bats after practice, but they couldn't find Big D's. Wow, it's probably worth $1 million, said Mike. The reporter laughed. Maybe not a million, he said, but I'm sure a private collector would pay an awful lot for it. A loud crack ripped through the ballpark. One of the players had hit a line drive. The ball flew straight into center field. Mike turned to watch where it landed. A flash of blue caught his eye. Hey, the police are down near the Boston dugout. Looks like they're questioning the bat boy, he said. I bet he stole the bat. The bat boy was talking to two people dressed in blue. Mike could make out the word security on the back of their shirts. Oh, that's just Bobby the bat boy. He's a nice kid, the reporter said. I doubt he stole Big D's bat. The ballpark security people are probably just interviewing witnesses. Kate's mom added, I'm sure they'll also check equipment bags and lockers for the bat. I saw that bat boy with all the bats earlier, Mike said. He seems kind of suspicious to me. You think everyone's suspicious, Mike, said Kate, but I still want to see what's going on. Can we check it out, Mom? Sure. Your seats are next to the dugout. I've got to stay here to work on my column. Mrs. Hopkins handed Kate a $20 bill. Don't let Mike spend it all on souvenirs, she joked. Kate pocketed the money. As they were about to leave, the press room door opened and a man walked in. It was a photographer from batting practice. He had his camera bag and tripod case slung over his shoulder. A water bottle poked out of one of the big pockets in his jacket. Just dropping off my tripod, the photographer said. You're lucky you don't have to lug all this gear around. He dropped the camera bag and tripod case to the carpet with a grunt. Then he rummaged around in one of his jacket pockets and pulled out a bag of sunflower seeds. He poured a few of the black and tan seeds into his mouth. Mrs. Hopkins smiled. Try lugging a computer, some reference books, and a pile of research papers around. That's not easy either, she said. I guess everybody thinks their job is hard, said the man. It sure would be nice to be rich. Maybe I'll win the lottery soon. The photographer slid the long black tripod case under a table and poured himself a cup of coffee. Mike turned to watch the bat boy talk to a security guard. The security guard searched the sides of the field and the box where the photographer sat. Kate gave Mike's arm a tug and pulled him toward the door. Thanks for the money, Mom, Kate said. We'll catch you after the game. 10 minutes later, Mike and Kate were sitting in their seats eating hot dogs and popcorn. They were only a few rows away from the Boston dugout. On the field, the Oakland A's were still taking batting practice. Awesome seats, Kate, Mike said. Your mom got great tickets. I owe her a few car washes. Great idea, said Kate. She'd love that. Swish. The Oakland player at the plate swung and missed. Hey, there's the bat boy, said Mike. He shaded his eyes against the April sun and pointed at the dugout. Doesn't he seem a little old? The bat boy wore a bright white Red Sox uniform and a baseball cap pulled low over his forehead. He kept glancing back over his shoulder and scanning the stands. I read that you have to be at least 14 to be a major league bat boy. But he looks older, Kate said. She motioned for Mike to lean in close to her. He does seem a little shifty, she whispered. Think we should try to ask him a few questions and see what he does? Always thinking like a reporter, aren't you? Said Mike. Well, you said he looked old, Kate replied. I may be suspicious, but you're nosy, Mike teased. I am not, Kate said. I just like to know what's going on. She fished around in her popcorn for the most buttery pieces. Finding one, she popped it into her mouth. What do you say? Kate asked. She dug through the popcorn for another buttery piece. Should we go talk to him? I don't know, said Mike. It seems like he might want to talk to us instead. Kate looked up from her popcorn. The Bat Boy was staring straight at them. For a moment, Kate was startled. Then she relaxed. She shook her head. Actually, I think he's watching that guy in front of us, she said. And I can see why. Doesn't the guy know that the Yankees are Boston's biggest rivals? The white-haired man sitting in front of Kate and Mike wore a New York Yankees baseball cap. But he's also wearing a Red Sox shirt, Mike said. I guess he's confused, or maybe he just likes both teams. Out on the mound, one of Oakland's coaches wound up and threw a fastball. The batter swung at the pitch. Pow! The ball flew into left field. Even the coach turned around to watch it. Tonk! The ball bounced off the green monster. Awesome hit, Mike said. In another ballpark, that would have been a home run, but not here. You have to hit them really high to get over the green monster. Yeah, it was a nice hit, but he's not as good as Big D, Kate said. Big D blasted it over the green monster twice in batting practice. But that was with his lucky bat, Mike pointed out. Who knows how he'll hit without it? I bet if he doesn't find it, the Red Sox will lose today's game. And that is the end of chapter 2.